Okay, so excuse my voice, I'm a little sick, but I wanted to kind of fill in on the don't trust women that don't have that many friends. I seen another girl and she weighed in on it and I liked her video. So I'm gonna say my piece. For me, I was always pretty introverted. I was always the person that I'm more of a creative. I'm more in my own mind. I'm reading books. I'm writing poetry. I'm drawing. I'm just in my own world. I'm one of those people that I like my own space and I like my own peace. And when I did hang out with other like women, I don't hang out with a big crowd. I don't like big crowds. It's just too much. It kills my social battery fast and it's just too many personalities. So I usually find one, two, three, even four that I vibe with. And even if they have outside friends, they're acquaintances, but I wouldn't call them like super close friends. But I'll be like cordial and friendly and all that. But I recently went through like a life change and a cleanse and a perspective change and a lot of healing. And I realized that the groups I was hanging around with was reflecting some of the toxicity that was in my life. So I removed it. And now I'm just married and working. And, if I make friends, I make friends. So it's not that I can't be trusted. It's just I'm in that phase of my life and I'm looking to attract other girls where I am. And seriously, like all love, no shade to if like whoever I was friends with before sees these videos because it's like I'm one of those people, if I love you, I'm always gonna love you. If I had your back, I'm always gonna want you to do well in life and you to succeed. And I'm going to be rooting for you in the background. But if I do feel that we are in two different frequencies, two different waves in life, and my goals are different, my priorities are different, my morals are different, then it's a gentle and a loving fallback. Like, you know what? This ain't for me. Because I used to be one of those girls that say birds of a feather, in fact, do not flock together. Like whatever, my homegirl's up to, I could still be cordial and be her friend and I could still want the best for her and not be on that same type of timing. But I realized that was foolish and a little delulu for me to think because sure enough, where I didn't know, it was like bleeding in the small cracks of my life. And now where I won't blame that individual and put the full blame on them for why I was doing toxic things in my life. When I was doing it and discussing it, it was being encouraged. And then when I tried to just do something different and healed, toxicity was still being encouraged. So that's when it's like, okay, I gotta make a move, like I gotta make a change. Like, and to be honest, I don't see it talked about enough. Like, there is a huge life change and turnaround when you elevate, when you evaluate yourself, and you're like, you know what? I don't like where my life is going. I don't like where things are heading in life, my results, my turnouts. I'm the problem. I'm toxic. And it's just like, I noticed that when I would just come around certain crowds, when I'm like, yeah, I was doing this and I was doing that, and I was just fully in my toxic energy. It's just like, yes, like, blah, blah, blah. But when I was like, you know what? Nah, actually, I'm starting to handle things a little different, like I'm going to therapy. Nah, I was wrong though. And it's just so like, I noticed that I got the you're not that wrong, da da da. And it's just like, I don't want to be around people that encourage my toxicity and keep me stuck because I'm not trying to be stuck in Delulu land, respectfully. And it's getting in the way of my happiness. It's getting in the way of my success. And I'm also going to be the friend that tells you like, like, come on, we better than this. Like, let's elevate, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm not going to support your delulu anymore too, because I want you to succeed. I want you to be your best self so we could glow together. And I always used to say like, trust me, I am not perfect, okay? I used to be hard-headed. I used to be stubborn, and used to be is very generously used because I sometimes still am. But what I am going to say is this. I also saw that once I start going to therapy and once I start healing, when I approach conflict, especially with my loved ones, where I'm like, I don't want to argue with you. Like, I will try to reason. I will try to communicate. I will try to see what's going on. And I realize the way a lot of people communicate, sometimes it's intentional and sometimes it's just environment. It's just the, just the norm where it's like, they go like, oh no, nothing's wrong, but then it's like a whole bunch of pettiness and a whole bunch of like unnecessary like interactions where it's like, okay, what's the issue? Let's just talk about it and get it over with. I don't really like want to play, we too grown to be childish and be subliminals, and I don't like that. And then on top of that, it's just all like, like just the catty and nastiness. And if I really love you, especially if I consider you friend or family, I'm going to just let you go. Because it's like, trust me, I could give that energy, but one, that's beneath me now because I'm no longer entertaining that. But at the same time, I don't even want to do that to you. So I'm going to step aside respectfully. And last but not least, like, let's talk about it. Like, because it's like I encountered the cattiness and the pettiness, especially over small disagreements. Like if like they felt like I felt some type of way or I made them feel some type of way, instead of being grown and applying that healing that we all say that we're trying to do, it's just like the catty little side shots, the subliminals, the this and that. And sometimes it was digs, like where it wasn't even that deep. Like, and it was just like, oh, it kind of made me question, like, oh, so you've been feeling this way for a while, or oh, if this small disagreement equals that deep of a dig, then it's just like I really don't want to associate with that. So I just stepped aside, like I did. And I do have trust issues from that. So it's not necessarily that you can't trust the person that has friends. It's just more you got to evaluate, like, where's that woman in her life? What is her energy like? Because it might be her own doing. Not everyone not wanting to be her friend, but it might be her own doing. It's like, you know what? I need a new scene. Okay. Or I'm just going to vibe alone for a little while. Focus on me, focus on my family, focus on my career, focus, on whatever. So it's just all like some of us, it's not that you can't trust us, but we got trust issues, let's talk about it. Like, and while we're in the era of the soft girl, the feminine woman, and the girl's girl, like, I haven't always been that way, but I'm blossoming every day into that. And I'm proud of that. And I'm not ashamed of my journey and my road to get there. But what I am saying is this. With that being said, even if it's not something to me directly, if I see that you're handling another like situation janky, like if you are running after somebody, man, and it's just like, you know what, I get it, like you fall in love with somebody, but like you causing pain to another woman. And that's not cool, or it's just like you just dogging someone out, always gossiping, or not like that. If you're married or if you're with someone and you're always like bashing your man, it's like, all right. So with that, because it's like, I don't want to be associated with that and caught up in the mix in that. And then it's just all like, with that, I like my peace. Honestly, like I just want to vibe. I want to have a good time. I want some feminine energy around. I want to uplift each other. I want to feel good. You get what I mean? I don't really want to be caught up in all that drama and all that craziness, So it's just, it doesn't even have to be a personal offense for me. It's just like, oh no, like this is a little too much for me, sweetheart. Like, but you know what? This conversation, like, it really did expose a lot of us because I admit it exposed my trust issues, because it's just like, oh no, it's not that I can't be trusted. It's just that I don't trust y'all, and it's just like, another area I got to grow in. And then for others, it's just so like, yeah, like, with that, you also have to heal, because there are some individuals where you can tell their track history with other women or other people because their lack of support around them. It's not always like maybe they're healing, but sometimes it really is like, oh, common denominator. Everyone gets the same vibe from you, and like, you're on a self-destructive path. So with that, it's just a reminder, like, just heal. You get what I mean? like heal from what you go through and everything like that. I'm putting myself out there. I'm starting to hang out with the girlies again after being heartbroken and having a breakup that felt like a relationship breakup with my friends. And I'm learning to love again. I'm learning to love the girlies again and just be like, I vibe with y'all and not bring my negativity from the past going forward. And it's the same thing. If like, whatever fallout you had with the last friend, try to do better. Try to listen to what they were saying and try to do right by that person, and you want to be healed so that person can enjoy your energy too. So, and then just remember we're grown. So be mature about the situation, okay? So it's like if you left the situation because it was too messy, don't leave that situation bashing that person. Mind your business. Like, move forward with your life. Do what you need to do for you. Because it's just all like, how much energy does it take to go around saying, oh, well, this person did this to me and that person did this to me and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like you're doing all that. But then here come the healthy people trying to kick it with you. And now you look like the gossiper. You get what I mean? So it's just all like, at the end of the day, it's all love. Whoever I ever hung out with at any point in my life, boy, girl, whatever, like at that point, I wish you the best. We're in two different places. I'm no longer affected. Maybe like we're no longer in contact, so I'm no longer affected by the toxicity. Or hell, I'm no longer being toxic to you. So it's all like you're free to grow without my influence, whatever the case is. But we all getting older. Like there's serious things happening in the world. We're all having families. We're all elevating. Like, do you and I support it. I may not be up close and up front in front row, but if I see some news where it's like something good is happening, oh, good for them. That's what's up. I know they needed that.